Alrighty, everybody. Thanks for tuning back in. This is Brandy J with Voices of Courage. And today I am here with another special and dear friend, brother to me, Brother Ed. What is up?
What's up, sis? Thanks for having me. Peace and
Yes,
blessings to you
yes, peace and blessings to
and the
you.
show.
Yes, thank you for coming on. Definitely have to, all of you, but definitely, had to have you on. Uh, because you also,
Glad to be on.
do your thing too. So before we end, if you want to, or if you don't mind, you can let people know where to find you at, right?
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook, Clubhouse, uh, TikTok, um, on TikTok, and most stations is Eddie Ed Mo 1021. Or if you go on Facebook, it's Eddie B Howard Bolden, I believe. But yeah, you can find me anywhere
Okay.
following Christ, like you, my sister.
All right. All right. All right. Okay. Well, Brother Ed, can you? So I know that I've done this like it's the fourth or fifth show, but I still, somebody might be fresh and new, just tuning in. So just letting them know a little bit of like what we're doing in here today, what this is about, how we know each other, and what's the message is today. And so once again, it says a message. It's a message. It's Brother Ed's testimony, and it's a message. It's basically Brother Ed is here to give you his testimony about knowing the truth, right, Brother Ed?
Absolutely.
Mhm. And he definitely knows that Christ is amongst us as he walks the earth. It might sound crazy to some people. I don't know why. But I'm excited to have you here to let us know, Brother Ed. So if you can just let the people know when exactly when exactly did you come into the truth, basically? When exactly did you? And then prior to that, what was it like before? Like for instance, how some people were in church indoctrinated and all that stuff and have their whole little story. So for you, when was the big difference? When was the big jump?
Um, I came into knowing Christ was walking. I was walking the earth in August of 2022.
Okay.
I was on TikTok late night. I love doing little videos and showing my daughters, you know, and show them to the family and everything. And just one night, I was up scrolling through, and I saw the Messiah, God from Judah, um, on TikTok, and it said that he was Christ, and I was like, man, I know somebody. That's me, they Christ. What happened is I went back to I scrolled past it at first, then I went back to it, and I listened for a while. And I remember thinking, I'm going the next day, and it was hard to find them because I got to hit follow. So I was scrolling through TikTok day and night trying to find out when he was coming back on. After hearing him speak, as there was a lot of truth to it. Um, and it just drew me. So the next day I came up, I decided I'm going to go up and introduce myself. And I remember asking Christ about him coming out the sky. Because I was telling him, look, I got to find all these things that keep coming up and saying that be Christ. And this man answered that, backing up with scripture. You know what I mean? Hebrews 12 verse 1. Um, and for some reason, that just drew me even more. After hearing the previous night, what he was talking about the clouds and everything, um, it was just his voice. was, but it, and it felt like a relative, like an older relative telling you something that you must listen to. And I began to follow him in August of 2022. And prior to that, I was speaking Christ on my own. I went and got a Bible from my grandmother in 2008, and I would read it. I got a couple of books to basically reference as well, like the Bible Dictionary, the Apocrypha, all these books. And I was getting nowhere because I was looking at Hebrew camps online. I was looking at Hebrew pastors. Um, I was asking questions. I went by any camp and Summit and listening to brothers babble online about Christ. I was nowhere. In fact, just before I ran into the Matai on TikTok, I was looking to give up religion altogether. It's like I was spinning my wheels. So I put the Bible down. I was like, I'm done.
And then you go, like they say, the evil flee when no man pursue. So there you have it. But
Hmm.
yeah, that's just the way it is.
Wow,
That's just the way it is. Yeah. But I've
that's
I've learned, I've gained a lot of sense, and I don't want to take over, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you ask the next question.
no, it's fine. Go ahead. This is, this is great. I mean, I love just hearing everybody's different, stories and their, just the things that we all have experienced. And I love for the listeners to get it because I want them to you definitely know that what the message is that about Yaju Judah, but also hear us as because they sometimes they come and they listen to us in the clubhouse and hear our like stories so they can try to at least understand better, right?
That's right. That's right.
How they act like you crazy people. You what they call us? What do you call that?
A cult. They call us a cult,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
all good.
Oh, we
But
like
they
no.
go to church. They go to church and listen to a man and give him his money for 10, 20, 30 years. Some of them,
Exactly.
and that to me is a cult.
Oh yeah, it's a cult
Yes.
amongst other things. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous too. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, so,
Yeah.
so here, but look at he's doing better off than all of you.
We got something out of it right away. The uncovering of our eyes. I mean, the veil was lifted, and it was a beautiful thing to see things for what they are. You
Yeah,
know, and that's what I got out of this.
yeah,
And some people don't even get any. Well, I know they don't get anything out of church except for bad eating habits and a false god.
yeah. You ain't lie about that. So seriously, so serious. Like you said, this was free. We didn't have to pay anything. You know what I mean? It was just like the veil comes off, and it's just a beautiful thing. And it's not like you have to give up. You know what I mean? Offering tithes, this, and that. Like no, it's just being
Yeah.
in the truth and understanding. And always used to say, I think people like to be lied to, right? Because it just seemed like people just do so much better at what they want to hold on to lies, and this really just seems that way. Like that, people like to hold on to lies, but they cost so much. They're very costly.
Yes, they are. They said they love to listen to the soothsayers preach to me something smooth. They don't want anything that's truthful. They want stuff that's basically going to keep them in the darkness, or they used to hearing it. I don't know how God has this set up. I just know that I heard it, and um, I am blessed. I know. I thank him for it. I thank him for it. I thank him for it. I can't thank him enough, because like they say, he said that you people running to and fro. That stopped. Did that stop for you instantly? It stopped for me instantly. I stopped even looking in the Bible. It was like, yes,
Right. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Yep.
So I just right now it's that feeling of making sure that God knows how much I do love him, even though I found him. Because that Waldo thing, buddy, that's for real. You gotta look for him. You gotta look. Look
Yeah.
for seek and you shall find. He put the
Fine.
calling out So he's seeking really. He calling you, and you got to seek him. That's the only way you're gonna find him. Yeah.
Yep. Most definitely. Most definitely. And that's why I just be tripping out, like how people just be like, they don't, from the outside looking in, even when I was inside, I could see like the people were, it seemed like they was worshiping the pastors and the teachers, going off his every word. He didn't even have to just open a book. You don't even know what he reading. He could be reading you anything. And he don't know what he reading, but he could be, but you don't even go look for yourself to even try to see like, what is he reading? So whatever, he could have said something that wasn't even in there and you just rolled with it.
And they speak on commonality. So everybody in my neighborhood, where those churches are, because predominantly they're in black neighborhoods or low income, poor housing, poor people areas, and they basically suck those communities dry. When I say
Mm,
suck them dry, they suck them dry every Sunday. You tithing and giving your money, and you ain't get nothing from this man. In fact, God didn't send him. You know what I mean?
yeah,
God didn't send him. If you don't know what Christ is in the flesh, then he didn't send you. So you are doing this all by yourself and scattering God's sheep.
yep. That's some wild stuff too. It's
So,
crazy.
yeah,
How
yeah.
people don't see that. They don't see it. It's like I don't know. It trips me out every day. Every day I think I'll be like, man, that's crazy. Like if to me, I feel like if people hear you say, okay, Christ is walking amongst us on earth, right? They act like that's the craziest thing. Like, what's wrong with you? Then actually, they think it's coming out of a cloud, but in actuality, the way I think it is, I think they really don't even believe that either, right? I just think
No,
that they're, how people get used to just saying, conditioned to saying like, oh, he on his way back. Oh, we in
yeah.
days. They never mentally really planned or even know what to look for, to anything. They're just used to just saying it like robots. Because if
They
that's the
don't
price,
know.
then
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
really ready. You were never really ready in the first place. If you really think it was going to happen, you probably didn't really truly think it was going to happen.
There you go. So if somebody tell you something over and over and over again, and you're not blessed to hear, but you one of the people that basically want to try to compensate off of it. There's some just people that fall into to these categories of going to these churches and trying to find God. But I mean, are they truly trying to find God? I don't know. I don't. Only God knows a
Yeah.
person's heart. He knows your heart. He knows everything. I don't
Mhm.
put anything. There's nothing that my God can't do even while on in the vessel. So, you know,
That's
um, but I just know that we were blessed to actually hear it. That's the and I do want to make sure that those that are out there that's supposed to hear it as well. So that we can move to this next phase of getting this kingdom set up. This new nation built, you know, just everything. I mean, I'm ready to. That's what we're doing every day, even with actually what you're doing right now, sis. So I truly appreciate you. I know Christ appreciates you. Yeah, but I'm not speaking for him. I'm sure he told you. But
yes.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah,
Yeah. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate y'all do. I mean, I just appreciate being able to be someone that could say this, right? And but the hard part is for me is like so many other people can have this too. You know what I mean? We're so indoctrinated, so lied to that people left this earth thinking that that's the way they were gonna, you know, meet.
yeah,
You have to leave
yeah,
here to meet them, and I'm just like, man, that's no, 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 no.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And we got a living being walking, talking on this earth and giving us the truth about God. I mean, it's the absolute truth. When you hear it, it just makes so much sense.
yeah,
And it's just like, are y'all hearing this? Are you hearing that the spirit is going to go into the vessel and basically set this vessel apart from his brothers so he can be the one to warn you or give you messages about God, to do God's will on this earth? That's what you want to hear. You know, you don't want to hear about somebody coming out of the sky that's probably gonna give everybody on the planet a heart attack.
Exactly. Exactly what I say. I'm
Yeah,
running the
yeah,
opposite way.
right? Coming out of the sky, you don't know if it's friend or foe. You know. So I thank God for man. The simplicity of it is amazing. As now you see why it says, "Come to me like a child," because
Yeah,
it's like if you don't, you won't believe half the stuff you hear.
that's so
It
true.
just sounds that simple. It's like, wow,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is
Like
very true. Yeah,
Moses didn't spread no seed. It's information. It's information. Because if he got on the other side and people basically said, Moses, we not gonna follow you, even after just seeing them split the seed, that would be freaking crazy. It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I
yeah,
digress. Go ahead, sis.
yeah. I mean, you're so right about that too. But like how my thing is like how they think that, and then you just said something very important. Like you have to come to like a child, right? You have to empty
Mhm.
out, got to empty out and come basically because that's what I did right away. I just everything I know, it was like throwing out bags, like zoop, 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 throw it out, throw it out, throw it out, throw it out. You know what I mean? I was too happy. I was like, get this out of here, get this shit out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yes,
because
indeed. He walked on water. Don't get that out of here. Yeah.
right,
Oh my
right.
goodness.
And we hold on to
Yeah.
these things because we be watching these crazy movies too that condition us, and we don't realize we be seeing these weird movies and stuff, and then and it play, and then it's like we kind of like a condition messes up a little bit to basics like stuff like we are vain, our vain imaginations, right?
That's right. That's right. That is so right. I mean, it's like everything that we ever heard about God is nothing but a lie.
Yeah.
It's all a lie. And when you tell these devils that they lie, boy, they don't want to hear that. They
Mm-mm.
don't like being called devils for one. They don't know you trying to wake them up, especially when they being rude and stuff. But,
Right.
Christ always tell you gotta still be the humble person, and
Right.
that's exactly what we try to be. I love my brothers and sisters in this walk. I mean, he got some very very interesting, strong individual people. Amazing. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm truly happy where I am now. I wouldn't have. I'm glad I got a chance to meet you.
Yeah, for
Awesome.
sure. Yeah, it's been a journey. It's been a pleasure. Like just being able to just imagine when we actually like meet. Like some of us have, but like actually all together are able to meet. But just even being
Mhm,
in the that space, we feel so close, and we
mhm.
could hang out and just grow and do this. We're not alone. We can do this together.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
not a day I don't look for y'all. I'm trying to tell you. I know that salvation is ours, the individual person, because we gotta endure to the end individually. But it
Right.
does feel good to know that somebody is going through this with us, even Christ Himself.
Right.
Christ is the sacrificial lamb. I mean, yeah, and I couldn't imagine being in His position at all. We don't
Oof.
even take half the heat He take, not even a quarter of the heat. He take it all for
Mm,
us. So it's that easy.
mm. I know that's got to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
right one was chosen. And
yes, indeed.
yeah. I
It's a
was also
beautiful
sitting here
thing.
thinking too, like as we've been talking, right? Like
Hmm.
how a lot of people, even probably listeners, are probably thinking like when they hear this, like, wait, what? Like, how is this to be? And then they're still thinking that they're still stuck in the word or the will of God, not understanding that.
Hmm.
Well, we know that this book was never supposed to be read, and
Hmm.
it was sealed, and it wasn't
It's a
meant for.
free book.
Wasn't even a
Yes,
book, right, for that. It was
that's
scrolls.
right. That's right.
Mhm.
Yep. And that Pope gave out that book to everybody because he knew that you would want to read it, that you would want to partake in the knowledge. And so
Mhm.
many people partake in the knowledge of God that basically, or that the knowledge that they think is of God, that man gave them. Because God doesn't dwell in places made by man's hands. So he's not in your churches. He's not going to speak to you through no book, because that book is wood. So I just know for a fact that that I'm happy. I was able to get where I am. um, the confusion that it causes people. The book actually doesn't say it, the Messiah says it. So when people say the book said this or the book said that, no, you got to seek the spirit that's in the vessel, right? Because you got to worship God in truth and in spirit. So you got to seek that spirit and that truth, and worship in truth and spirit. And He going to give you everything that you need. I mean, it fills you up. The food that he give us, the manna from heaven, it fills us up every day. Nothing but the truth. And every day in it, I mean, I feel I haven't looked at the Bible really like that, except for when he actually say, go to this chapter. And then I
Yeah.
go, okay. Yeah. But I mean, I don't even open a book, I don't use
Mhm.
no reference books or anything. And
Me
people
neither.
think that's crazy. I mean, but when you hear that truth and it's the truth,
You don't
man,
even
your
need it.
body, you filled. You
Yeah.
filled. You are
It's
filled.
not gonna come out like the way the understand. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna read it how you read it, and then he go. You're not gonna have that understanding. So it's like might as well like you know what I mean? Like bypass and get the real thing. you know?
Yep, just like you said, we gotta know. They gotta know first that it's the real thing. And so
Yeah.
many people, like you said, put all their faith in what Hollywood told them or what man told them, that they
Yeah.
basically are not seeking God. They said that they love God with their lips, but their actions and everything else show that they far from
Yeah.
loving them the way that they say they do.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. Because I even had to ask myself that too. One day I was like, you know what? I said, I had to reason with myself. I was like, I'm not going against, because I had my doubts and this, and I was like, And I was like, you know
Hmm.
what? God, I don't think God would want me. It would be understandable for me to question things and want to find out, not to just being given something and just believe it because, it made sense. So I was okay with myself just allowing myself to have these go through it, have the doubts and have the questions. Because some people don't want to go there because they feel like a lot of people were born into their religion, right? They're
Hmm.
born into a family, 7 day Adventists, they're the baby, and they were just told like, okay, this is how it is, which never sat right with me. I'm like, so you never get a chance to like make like learn like that just did never sat right for you to just be born into something and told what it is. But what if it's not
Hmm.
true? What do you learn? You're just kind of like programmed. It was weird. All that stuff would go through my head. And here we are, and it made a lot of freaking sense. So, I,
Hmm.
listeners, people that are listening, it's okay to question what you've been raised with or believe or your belief system, because that's you seeking, that's you trying to find out, like what's like is it what? And I don't think people were that. I don't think people believe in themselves, like trust in themselves, because we're kind of conditioned not to. We're conditioned to listen to the pastor, listen to your therapist, listen to the teacher, or you're crazy, right? If you think a certain way. So people are not even used to really believing in them, trusting in what's that part of us that we have within us to even be able to, if we hear it, hearken to the voice and be able to experience it.
That's true. I mean, if you talk about the people not trusting themselves, look at this. They put us in their schools from at a young age, right? And when you ask questions, you're asking questions about things that they already wrote, hey,
Yeah.
things that they already put down. They're just trying to see if you remember this stuff. That's all. Because
Mm-hmm.
basically, everybody think that they're smart. They're just regurgitating what these people taught them. It's their history, his story. I mean, we are learning his story every day, and basically, it's not the way to be. It's good to question, just like my sister said, everything that they say. It should feel good to you. Your spirit, your spirit knows when you're being told the truth. And it has to be the whole truth. It's not the truth that they give you, that part truth, part lie. It has to be the whole truth. You know what I mean? Just know that we are here on this earth to serve our God. Our purpose is to seek God, right? Not the man's purpose, not to go be the doctor, the lawyer, and all this other stuff. I mean, and nobody's hating people that did that. But you know what you had to give up to get there. You was indoctrinated by a system that basically took a part of you out, that left you with nothing but not even a shadow of yourself. The inquisitive part of you, the one that God put here on this earth, the one that was supposed to make things right for mankind, not create things that would destroy mankind and nature and our only home. Come on,
Right.
man. So yeah, if people don't wake up to this right now, then they sleeping and we're trying to wake them up. I mean, we are in the water shaking y'all right now. That's what they call Christ, the fisherman of men. We are in the water shaking you, and y'all trying to knock us in the head for pulling y'all out. I
Right.
mean, just wake up and truly try to understand. Go to yajujudah.com, go to YouTube, look up Yaju Judah and look up his videos. And just be, be patient with yourself.
Yeah.
Allow yourself to really take it in. Write down your questions if you have them. And come to the Christ Council on Clubhouse or whenever he shows up on TikTok, Bigo, or anywhere else. I mean, Christ is willing to answer any question you have. Be respectful too.
Yes. All that and then some, what Brother Ed just said. Because the meek shall inherit the earth. I always say,
Yeah.
meek, what is meek?
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, thank you for sharing that too, Brother Ed. Most definitely. I was going to say also too, for the listeners or whoever, whoever's listening and I'm curious, don't allow anybody to steer you away if you want to find out. Don't let somebody say, "Oh, you're crazy. What are you doing?" No, don't. That's what you don't want to do. You go with what you're trusting yourself. You know, I think it's about time we start doing that because we spend so much time doubting ourselves, not believing in ourselves because we've been taught strongly that we to be that way, and we believed it.
They give us a made up version of ourselves and want us to follow that. They give us and I'm not trying to blast anybody or go after anybody, but Kim Kardashian, these women with fake things, men with fake things, and people that's not real today. So trust yourself is it. Trust yourself to go against all of these things. You're naturally beautiful. To whom? God, yourself. Love yourself. You know what I mean? You unique. You're unique. I'm unique. Love everything about you. That's
Yep.
it. Yep. And boy, I'm telling you, your eyes, that they'll start to remove and you start to see that everything in this world, they was basically telling you what to do, be, how to think, talk, walk, everything. You
Ev-
eat meat because of them, because they advertise it every 5 seconds. And
Yep.
not even, we don't even know if that's meat you really eating in these stores these days. So
Ooh, who you telling? Oh. Don't trust it.
yeah, yes indeed. So
Yeah.
I mean, we come a long ways. Me and my fellow brothers and sisters is walking with Christ, Yaju Judah, in the flesh, the Word made flesh. Um, yeah, and I couldn't pick a better time in my life for this to happen. You know, I'm 52 years old. Yes, I got 3 daughters, and yeah, at this part of my life where I was searching for the meaning of life because I had so many family members die, and I thought prematurely too. But that's what life gets you doing once you lose a lot of people. You sit back and try to reflect. But who thought that when I sat back to reflect after losing my father, that I would run into Christ?
Mhm.
And he filled me up. Like, yeah, I was empty, and he filled me right back up.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Definitely. You know, they did say something, a few things that was right though, brother Ed. They said God is good.
yeah, all the time.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes. You're
indeed.
right about that. Yes. Hmm. I
Absolutely,
appreciate you, brother Ed. I really, really enjoyed all your energy and just everything that you shared and interacting with, like getting it out to the listeners and bringing it on home for them.
absolutely. You do a great job too, sis. So proud of you. Yes, yes,
You, I
yes,
appreciate it.
indeed. All
Thank
praises to Yaju, Judah, and the Father.
Yes, all praises Yah to do the Father. Yes. That's a wonderful thing, wonderful thing. And I just want to say once again, for the listeners, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. If you made it all the way through, then you already know what to do. Okay. So don't be saying, just listen to this. You made the first step and take it on to the next, right? And if you look on the screen, you'll see there's a petition that you can sign. Uh, at when you go to yajajudah.com, and that did we cover that, brother Ed, about what that was for, or
I don't know. We can touch on it now real quick. That basically we're trying to get back all of the treasures that were stolen from us. 1868, Battle of Magdala, aka the burning of Jerusalem, where they sacked it and they basically had to use mules and elephants and eventually build train tracks to go back and get the rest of it. So, black folks, that's your treasure, and we're trying to get it back on your manuscripts. The Bible's all about you. All right, but the salvation is for everybody, brothers and sisters. So don't blame the white man for anything. And I'll leave it right there for sis.
yes, I like that. I love that for everybody, everybody. But yes, so yes, guys. So yeah, definitely go check out that petition. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. And thank you for tuning in. This was Brandy J and my brother Ed. And
Yes,
we
yes.
will see you again very soon. Until next time, this is Voices of Courage. Peace.